Greetings, it is I, Dreadscape Gaming. How are all you Dread Knights doing today on this Monday, January 19th, 2026? Today's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, by the way, for those of you who don't know. So, you know, he had a dream. I don't know the way things have been going in this country, though, lately. Man, he'd probably be very, very, very sad. But with that being said, we're going to be playing some Monster Hunter World, turning our brains off to the real world, I guess you could say. I was going to play originally Wilds, but I know that probably there's a couple of people who have Wilds fatigue at this point. So I opted to play the good game, as people say, quote-unquote. On top of that, Monster Hunter Wilds is getting a new patch next week for Steam. That'll hopefully address some of the issues that I don't have, but a lot of other people are experiencing. So considering people are pretty down on Monster Hunter Wilds at the moment, I opted to go back to World. However, if there are not a lot of people in, obviously, World lobbies, I might have to switch over to Wilds, whether people like it or not. I'm going to be playing Longsword. I'm just going to basically be helping randoms today. I don't really have a plan. The plan is that I have no plan. And that's what we're going to stick to. So we'll basically just play Longsword. For those of you who don't know, the Longsword build, it's going to be basic Longsword. Like, there's no other way to play this, really. Honestly, it's just full piece. Full pieces of Fatalis with the Fatalis weapon. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as the saying goes. So, Critical Eye level 7, Attack Boost level 7, Evade Window level 5, Tool Special is 4, Stun Resistance free, Critical Boost free, Weakness Exploit free, Focus level 3, Critical Draw free, Quick Sheath free, Divine Blessing level 3, but technically level 5 when we put on certain mantles, Fortify level 1, Resuscitate, Fire Resistance, you know, the basic kit that you would expect from Wilds, you know. So we're going to be doing that. I'm going to jump in. We'll see what we're doing, but that's the build. It's very basic. Basically, Endgame. Endgame build does what Endgame wants. I'm not going to really go into the lobby. I'll just probably hang out here as I do SOS. I'm not going to be, like, doing an open lobby session today, for those who are wondering. I don't feel like really open lobbies. If I was playing Wilds, maybe it'd be a little bit different, but World is kind of one of those things where... See if there's any decent event quests to do. I'm not probably going to do any Fatalis on stream or this, because most of the people that are running these quests aren't really prepared for it. Like, this person, I'm safe to assume they're not ready for that. And these two, I don't really feel that confident. Alright, let's look at what's available optional-wise. We'll start out with something somewhat easy, I guess you could say. Sure, why not? Let's fight Teostra. I haven't fought one in a while. The other benefit, too, really, to playing World, is that there's certain monsters that are not available in Wilds. They're just simply not there. And the majority of all the Elder Dragons just aren't there. So because there aren't that many Elder Dragons to fight, it's kind of like, aw, man, I wish there were some Elder Dragons in this game, you know? So, you know, that's how it goes, brothers. Let's go into it. Should be ready to go. We'll depart. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing Fatalis or Elytreon. Just, maybe I'll do some Elytreon, but Fatalis is one of those things I don't. I only really do that when it's a group of people that I know, or, like, it's a decent group. Why is this person? Shouldn't you be hunting the monster? What's your situation here? That's, interesting. Is this guy even moving? I know it's not me. I'm checking my stream quality right now. We have green. Why are these people lagging? Looks like he's moving a mile a minute. Alright, I think whoever's lobby this is, they are doing pretty bad. So I'm gonna go to something else. Because if they're moving like that, that's crazy. And I know it's not my internet because we're on green OBS. So whoever the lobby host is, they're just... I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something sussy-wussy. Alright, well... Yeah, eventually I run into those every so often. I have no idea what was going on with that one. I'm looking, I'm like, let me check my internet, make sure it's not me. It wasn't me. Alright. Well, on to the next one. Maybe we dodged a bullet there, Dread Knights. I guess we'll do this. Like I said, we want to do a warm-up one. So this person's using True Fatalis Charger, which, if I'm not mistaken, should be Switch Axe. Another person's using Guild Palace Disc. Interesting, interesting. Join request. Okay, good. It doesn't really matter here. I can do Chef's Choice because they're not fire monsters, so they're not going to do, like, fire damage to me. This armor, Fatalis armor, is weak to fire, ironically, even though Fatalis itself is a big fire-breathing black dragon, an elder dragon, the destroyer of worlds, usually as they call it, some lores. Okay, so let's put on our Roxay Mantle. I really don't even need to do this, to be honest. Because this is, I don't want to say easy content, but this is generally easy content. Hi, I'm here to help. I will be your longsword user for today. I may also play greatsword today. Depends what I'm feeling like. Let's reposition here. I really don't like using the targeting system particularly in World because I just feel like it kind of disorientates me compared to like Wilds. Alright, come for me. Come on. Senpai, notice me. That's fine. I have Roxay. I kind of took the opportunity to play recklessly here because of that. Yeah, I'm not afraid of you. Let's reposition here. A lot of people. I haven't played Wilds in a while. It's kind of crazy because I will... not World, excuse me, World. Because I feel like, with World in particular, the game definitely looks a little bit better than Wilds, that's for sure. Particularly on my graphics. I'm not even using the high-resolution texture pack, mind you. That would have been perfect had it came for me. Senpai doesn't want to notice me. No, it's fine. You know, I do generally dislike about going back to a World, though. Sorry about that. My trigger is kind of a little bit stuck. I don't like the fact that I don't have shockproof mantle, so these people swinging their weapons around are most likely gonna trip me out of the majority of my moves, as well as I'm probably gonna trip them out of their stuff too. So it's just one of those things that will annoy them. Alright, let's reposition and wait on this. Can't get that done, so I'm gonna just move back so I'm not like a liability here. It's a greatsword user? No, it's not greatsword user. Charge axe? Charge blade. Okay. Charge axe, for those of you who don't know, is what you would call... Oh, it's dead. Okay, well, that was obviously very easy content. They're probably gonna carve it. I'm not worried about them. I'm just gonna go to the next one. Hello, little Larry. I will respond to your tweet in a minute. Alright. Not tweet, comment, I'm sorry. I was thinking about Twitter, of all things, which is kind of like a... Definitely not as good as it used to be. Stay still, you son of a monkey. Hate the targeting system on this one. It just makes you feel so disoriented, in my opinion. This is actually one of the biggest Tobikadachi I've seen. Alright, let's reposition here. Yay, that would have been good for a mount. I was trying to go for a mount. I was trying to get fancy here. Okay, let's reposition. Big swing. I mean, man, the game still looks better than freaking Wilds. How crazy is that? Alright, gonna go for it. Might as well tenderize here, just so we can make the clear time go a little bit faster. The one thing I noticed with a lot of, like, newer World players is the fact that they don't understand, like, the tenderize mechanic. So they never tenderized, they never used the clutch claw. Which just, honestly, for me, it gets so annoying having to deal with the fact that nobody, like, clutch claws. I understand. But it's, like, something that they teach you very early on in the tutorial. Alright, let's go. Should be okay with that. I was hoping he was gonna go for me. Nope. Wasn't technically me he's after. It seems like he's very fixated on the charge blade user for whatever reason. This is the warm-up, right? Okay, come on. Okay, I think we got some of that, but not exactly all of it. Me standing here, probably not the wisest idea. Repositioned here. Aw, man, I wish I had a slinger. I would have sniped them in the air. That would have been so cool. It's fine, though. Today's mostly about casual hunting. I tripping up poison. Reposition. It's okay. Now he's very angry at me. He so wants me. He so wants me so bad. It took forever for him to notice me, but he finally did. Was that a time I didn't want to get noticed, though? Okay. Let's build up the gauge finally, because he's down. That's the one thing, too, I don't like generally about multiplayer hunting every so often. Oh, that's great. He just launched me. Thanks, teammate. What a homie. Thanks. That's great behavior. I love when they launch you, because they just want to compete for the face. Ah, man, if only I was playing Greatsword, I would have launched them back for that. Let me wait. I'm trying to... Okay, let's go. Ah, got tripped. That's fine. Roll. That's... yeah, I mean, it doesn't take any damage off of us, to be honest. Look at how... And with health augments... Why does this dude keep launching me in the air? Jesus freaking Christ. Talk about toxic. You know, if it weren't for the fact that I don't generally want to leave the quest, I would have probably left it. Just for that, because, you know... If I'm near the area of the head, like, why be... I don't want to use the word, but... And you only notice this really in World. You don't see this type of behavior, obviously, in Wilds because of the shockproof gem. But, you know, it is whatever. Look at that! Again, he launches me into the air. Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't want to get triggered very early on in the stream because of stuff like that, but I gotta be honest with you, stuff like that does piss me off. It's like, dude, like, chill the F out. Don't be a troll in the game. Don't ruin other people's experiences just because of whatever. Alright, let's reposition. I gotta wait on this. You know, like, all this work, could you at least wallbang it? Nope. Wallbang, please? I mean, you're doing all this work, right? Nope. Okay. I gotta move away from this dude, because he's just being annoying. Alright, let's go. Okay, reposition. Good, I'm so glad that I'm out of that lobby. Because, jeez Louise, man. That was not a fun lobby to be in, and I'll be the first to tell you. No thumbs up for that. No thumbs up. Alright, I can rechat now, I'm sorry, but like when I'm in literally the hunts, it's gonna be hard to look over. I don't have a double screen. The targeting system in World moved my camera without my permission. Focus mode doesn't. That's why I like it more. I agree 100% with you on that, Larry. That is a big boy, probably silver, I'm guessing, most likely. That's why I love dual blade in this game, because they could tenderize against slinger ammo. I know there were a few more weapons that could, but they were crazy. Yep, I cannot play multiplayer without flinch rate. Yeah, I don't have the space for it on this particular build. Those are... Alright. GG's. GG's. Well, usually also, there's not generally a problem with that, because most of the hunts, like, people spread out, but in that particular situation, everybody wanted to be bunched together. You know, it happens. Shock Absorber would have been great in this one. Shockproof gem. But, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. I got Clever Clutcher. Okay, interesting. Was not expecting that. That was a decent warm-up, I suppose. Didn't really use too many resources. They're giving me a guild card. See, the problem is on controller, it's going to tell me to hit the RS stick. No, bro, I don't even know you. We'll just ignore that. Let's see. I'm gonna join in our quest. Let's see what we got. Respond to SOS. Events. 50 Shades of White. That's a pun on 50 Shades of Grey, the movie. It's kind of funny that they were able to sneak that in Monster Hunter, don't you agree? Sending out the join request. Just so you know, Dread Knights, if you see in any of these lobbies, like, naughty names before I join them, please let me know that there's, like, a naughty sus type of name so I don't, like, queue into the lobby, because sometimes good old Dread doesn't pay attention to, like, the names on the side, and then when I go into the actual quest, I see stuff that's like, oh my goodness, why am I in this lobby? Because, you know, I try to keep things here a little bit PG. PG 13 is okay-ish. Master Rank 1. Why does it say Master Rank 1 when I'm, like, Master Rank 333? Or higher? I don't know life this as much as I do some of the other Monster Hunter titles. Don't get me wrong, I think World Iceborne is a very good game in its own retrospect. It has a pretty good roster of monsters, but it doesn't trump Generations Ultimate at all. Like, Wilds is a very interesting game because I like the fact that they did... See, these people know what's up. Okay, so I'm just gonna hang out by the tail and let them get the area and do my job to the best of my abilities here. Kind of funny because when you go back to World after playing so much of Wilds, you're like, where's focus mode? I'm still trying to hit the button to go into focus. Okay, good. Nope. He's not gonna notice me. That's fine. Rawr, he's angry. He looks a little tired, too. See if I can get this off. Take that. Sweet. His tail's gone, too. Poor little baby. Oh, reposition. Hip check. I'm not going to get hit by that. Roll, because I'm not trying to get hit by that either. Okay. Let's wait on it. Ah, he's down on the ground. I was hoping he was going to charge ahead. Somebody set a trap. Where did you set that trap, sir? Okay, good. Nice. This group definitely way more organized, which I like to see that every so often. Come on. Come on. Ah, he got slinkered there. I was getting ready for a counter. I want that counter so bad. I could take this because I have Rock Stay Mantle on, because I want to be able to build my gauge up a little bit here. Okay. Hi there, sir. Rawr. Aw, poor baby. I'm just gonna do this for the hell of it. No, my Rocksteady Mantle's over. No. It's fine. We have Temporal. Switch to Temporal now. Roll. I'm not trying to get that. Okay. Yeah, that would have been perfect otherwise. I love getting launched in the air by my teammate at the worst opportune time, said no one ever. Alright, well, might as well. We're right here. Roll. Roll. Yep. Is he looking a little woozy to you? Or is he mounted? Let's go. Right? Yep. He's going for the wall banger, so let's just reposition. Did he fail the wall banger? He did. No. No. Oh, he didn't fail it. I thought he did. I was like... Nice. I'm out of position for this, really, though. Alright. Let's build the gauge as much as possible. I'm gonna try to go for Helmbreaker, but somebody tripped me. Yeah. Rawr. He's angry. Oh, he's angry at somebody, but it ain't me. Alright, let's go this area for now. He's exhausted too. And I'm being tripped by everybody that's underneath, that's fine. It's kind of why sometimes I'll be honest with you, I prefer solo hunting. Just so I don't have to deal with being tripped in this particular game. Like, that's the one thing that Wilds has definitely got over World. That you don't have to worry about, like, having to have flinch free on your sets. Reposition. I'm not gonna try to go for the mount here, even though we can. It looks like. I think that's a hammer user that was trying to go for it there. I go for sucker every time. I'll read the rest of that in a second. Is this a... They poisoned it? I guess somebody's using a poison set here. Okay, good. Roll, hip check, yep. To be expected. I don't believe he's just putting in some work. Let me wait on this. Rawr. Missed me. Now you gotta kiss me. Actually, I don't think I would want to get kissed by a bear off. That seems pretty bad. Come here. Got ya. Haha. He's so coming after me for that. I don't blame him. I probably would too. He's tripping all over the place, man. Barif be tripping. Let me try to reposition here, because I know somebody looks... This person over here, I think it's Hunting Horn user. Man, Hunting Horn bros. Haven't seen a lot of you in a while. Oh, we were thinking the same thing. We literally were thinking the same thing. Got the same claw. Let me just tenderize the tail here. What's up? Hip check. There's nobody there to hip check. Oh, well, technically there was somebody there. Somebody's giving a lot of buffs. Gotta love that. Gotta love the buffs. Let's reposition. Wait on that. Oh, he's exhausted. Hunting Horn user putting on a lot of work. Let me reposition here. Are they gonna trap it? Looks like they're going for a trap. Probably want more rewards. Maybe there's something specific that they want. Huzzah! Good job. Good group. They definitely get a thumbs up. That's not the way to give them a thumbs up. I forget stickers in this one, right? Thumbs up. That was a good one. GG, well played. Much better than that first group. Alright, I go for Sekret every time a monster runs in this game. You can't go for Sekret in this one. This isn't Wilds, this is World. This is World. Monster Hunter World Iceborne. There's no Sekret here. You gotta just walk straight. Alright. Yes. Alright. Tickle. Master rank 334. Good job. That was a good group. That was a fun group. Alright. Thank you, whoever that was, for the follow or comment, whether that was on YouTube or Twitch. I don't really do too much Twitch streaming anymore. However, I've considered potentially going back to it. By the way, how does sound quality sound, guys? I'm not, like, screaming. I'm not breaking, like, the pitch of the microphone, hopefully. I mean, there's a couple of you in chat. You would tell me if, like, the audio sounds bad, right? I hope, right? I hope. Oh, yeah, I was saying that because I'm so used to Wilds, and then I press tab and nothing happens. Yeah. You know, I've gotten so used to focus mode, too. I feel like, you know, with the Palamut in basically Monster Hunter Rise / Sunbreak, and then obviously the Sekret in Wilds, that you really, truly... Audio sounds good. Thank you so much, Larry. You don't mind if I just shorten it to Larry, right? Hopefully you don't. The thing about it is, like, I feel like adding a mount in Rise / Sunbreak, and also, obviously, in Wilds was the right way to go. Just because it's like, it feels like the most logical evolution of Monster Hunter. You know, because a lot of our RPGs have, like, a mount thing. I feel like the implementation of Sekret could be a little bit better, because, like, something that generally irks me about it is, like, if you put the auto-run targeting on for it, I don't know if I want to do Altran. Let's do a farewell. Oh, somebody left it. Why did they leave it? Oh, because of that name. I see. I understand. Maybe we could try to do Alatreon. I don't know how well this is going to go. So, it could be. Most people call me Larry. That's fine. Okay, great. You know, because sometimes, like, with YouTube, you might say something, and YouTube will think you're saying something completely different based on names. And, you know, in this day and age, with the way YouTube's been doing stuff, like, don't get me wrong, I like YouTube, but some of the decisions that they've made as of late has been thing. That's, like, one of the reasons why I've been considering maybe doing more on Twitch in the future. Like, not 100%. But I'm thinking I'm maybe, like, adding one Twitch stream a week. Because I do have Twitch. I'm a Twitch affiliate over there. You know, because I was, like, Twitch affiliate before they made it a little bit easier for everybody to be Twitch affiliates. I guess that's a way. But let's put this here. How far are they into this? Ooh, pretty far, I would say. They got a wall bank, so possibility. One good thing about fighting this with the longsword is we probably will be okay with the damage check, unless he does it, like, right now. The only thing is I can't really do, like, horn breaks, right? Should probably help buff them a little, right? Just for sake of argument. True homies buff their homies, right? Let's see if I can get this off. This might not have been a good idea. Dread, what were you thinking, you bonehead? Alright, let's heal up with Mega Potion there, because I actually do. Forgot, I didn't eat for fire resistance here. And I am making, like, the most boneheaded reckless play. Well, let's trust the process, right? Thank goodness for weapon health augments, right? Never leave home without them. Oh, are you doing the move I don't like you to do? You are. Okay. Oh, we walked into that? No. Dragon Blighted. Let me move. There's too many cooks in the kitchen, literally. Okay. Let me heal up a tiny little bit. Oh, never mind. We got a sword and shield user, perhaps, that is using wide range? We love wide range users for this hunt. Roll. think we should probably put on Temporal Mantle, because if I'm not mistaken, Rocksteady wore off. Let's put Temporal on. Yep. Rocksteady did wear off. Roll! Roll. I really love the music from Alatran for this fight, though. How does everybody else feel about the music in this? Is it the ice attack? Yep. Let's move here so we don't take that AoE, and then we'll just go back in. Oh, roll. I was late on the roll. Lady is saying something, I can't pay attention to her. Part of the horn is broken. Okay, good, but it's not the whole horn, right? Roll. I wanted to make a horn joke, but I can't. I can't make that joke. If I do, I get in trouble and it'd make somebody angry at me. Which... I don't want to make anybody else angry. I've made enough people angry, I suppose. Okay. We're pretty out of position for that, Dread Knights, but... Oh, we have a gunner. Okay, perfect. We don't have to worry about escalation judgment, I think is what it's called. So let's just focus on the tail here. This is actually a good Alatreon group. Very good group. Everybody on point here. Like to see it. Usually I'm very skeptical to run these hunts in randoms, just because you never know, but this is a well-oiled group. I am being a little bit too aggro, though, so I should probably heal up here as opposed to being a liability. Because that's the thing about me, too. Like, I know when to kind of move back and not get, like, super aggro. Because, you know, you don't want to screw somebody's quest up. Oh, one of those horns is still on. Okay, so we still have to worry about escalation judgment. At least for the time being. Thank you, whoever that was. For oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Thank you, whoever that was, for the follow. I think I do greatly appreciate that. Ah! No. No, 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 no. It's fine. Why are we panicking? We still have a lot of health here. One thing I will say, I think I prefer the combat. I know this is going to sound crazy. Let's see if I can... I do have Part Breaker on this set, too, so... That's why sometimes... Ah, Hoofenheim. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Please tell me I brought it with me. Should be okay. We are. Thank you. Good job. Gotta do that, because if not, you're like super, super dead. Ah, he moved at the worst time. Okay, we're good. Oh, he Dragon Blight me though. Ow! I have to fix that Dragon Blight. There's so many things I have to do. It's like multitasking. That's the one thing. This is one of those fights you gotta constantly be active. Good job, teammate. Heal up. Or he can roar me out of the heal. That works too. Yep. Let's roll. Gotta get that horn break. Okay, good. Let's roll. Oh, he's getting super, super angry. Oh, Rotary Chicken? That's the screen name? That is one of the coolest screen names I've seen. Who broke the horn? No, the horn's not broken. Okay. Might be able to get all that. Yep. Let's try it. I don't think it's really gonna... Ah, that would have been so sick had we been able to get the horn break there. Okay, let's wait. Oh! Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, that hurts. I was thinking maybe too many plays ahead. Let's heal up. Good job. Rotary Chicken's doing very good. Roll, roll, roll. Okay, I'm not doing too bad myself, right? You're probably like, what the hell are you doing, Dre? I'm trying to get the Rockstay Mantle on. Let's roll. Okay, good. Perfect. Let's see, because I really want to get this broken. I think everybody does at this point, too, right? Okay, nice. Oh! Yeah, that's not gonna be worth countering. Okay, good job. Good job. Good job. Let's go, guys. We're doing so well. This is such a good group. I'm very astonished, because sometimes when you're doing these Alatreon hunts, they don't go this smooth. This is such a good group. But then again, at this point... Roll. Thank you, whoever that was, for the follow. Usually they don't go this well in stream, but I think at this point in World's lifespan, particularly Iceborne, most people that are playing this at this point have, like, no life at this game. I can't really say too much, too, because I have, what, 580 hours or so on this, which isn't necessarily a lot, considering, but... Come on. Fire, fire. I won't sing the rest of that, because I would get in trouble. Okay, good. Swing. Attack. Swing. Ooh. You want to do a crazy AoE? That's fine. That's your prerogative. Probably should roll here. Yeah. Ow. Really, really good group. On point. Hey, look at that. A heart. Rotary Chicken gave us all a heart. That's nice. I will give them a thumbs up. I just want to get some carves from this because, believe it or not, the Alatreon Charge Blade is actually better than the Fatal. Not Charge Blade, excuse me. Sword and Shield is better. I think I needed, like, a pike for that. Oh, the tail's right there. How convenient. Yay, successful hunt. Let's get one more carve. Oh, I need to give thumbs up. I need it, I want it, I deserve it. They gotta get their thumbs up. We don't want to be toxic. Thumbs up. That's a good group. Very good group, very good group. I like that one. GG, well played. GG, well played. I love Iceborne's OST. Really, all Monster Hunter OSTs, to be fair. But Iceborne has the Gilded Lambs theme. Gilded Lambs theme is a good one, Larry. Gilded Lambs is a really good theme. My favorite is the Arch-Tempered, from this particular soundtrack, would be Arch-Tempered Near Gigante. And then a very close second would be Arch-Tempered... Oh my goodness. Why am I blanking on the name? Velkhana. Velkhana. I mean, I hope when Wilds does do its expansion, that we do hear of certain monsters from World coming back. Like, if in particular, like, we can't get Velkhana because Velkhana was in Sunbreak, then give us Near Gigante. Because, like, they gotta include, right? You would figure they're gonna include the Elder Dragons in the expansion. I can't think of a game in a very long time that hasn't had Kushala, Tiastra, freaking... Oh my goodness, why am I blanking on the last Elder Dragon? Chameleos. Like, it's just unheard of to not have those guys in any of the Monster Hunter games because they've been, like, a pillar of them. You can skip a Fatalis every once in a while, right? Like, I would love... They're not going to do it probably for Wilds, but Atalaka from freaking Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, like, the final boss of the story campaign. Like, I would love to see Atalaka come back because that was such a cool boss battle for anybody who's never actually played Generations Ultimate. Old dog new tricks. Is there anything else we could do? Let's see what their investigations are. Oh, man. By the time we hunt that Great Jagras, I'd probably be killed. I'm trying to find something that would be interesting. I need a specific build to do that. Valhazak. I don't really like messing with the builds on stream for that, so we will avoid doing Valhazak. Expeditions. Nothing? I mean, those usually don't go too well, but... Screw it. Let's go help. Let's go help. I gotta remember to eat for fire. Sending out join request. Please wait. I'm waiting. I'm a patient one. Try is pretty patient. Okay. Let's go. Open this box. Good. I actually don't need to do that. I need to eat for fire resistance here. Pay with points. Elemental resistance up. That'll be fine. You don't have to worry about the health plus 30 because the armor automatically gives you plus 50. For those of you who are wondering. But yeah, Arch-Tempered Velkhana theme is really good. Near Gigante theme is pretty good. Safi Jiva, when the orchestra starts playing and you hear like the orchestra singers, that's a good one too. So, any of you by any chance fans of Ball X Pit? Because Ball X Pit, which is a game I have played on stream a little bit before, it's kind of like one of those cozy fun games. Is this? No, that's Azure, right? Yeah, it looks like it's Azure. Bollocks Pit is having an update on January 27th. They're gonna add 2 new characters to the game, which I'm hyped for, and they say, like, a surprise. I'm assuming maybe the surprise is there's gonna be, like, a brand new map. Because, like, the one thing about Dread, if you've never known, like, too much about me, I'm a big fan of roguelike games. My favorite roguelike game of all time is Vampire Survivors. In fact, that's why I put a little bit of Vampire Survivors on the schedule this week. Because I was watching some streams and people were mentioning Vampire Survivors. Like, damn, I haven't played Vampire Survivors in a while. Even though there's not, like, too much for me, honestly, to do in Vampire Survivors. Because I'm pretty much got, like, all the characters unlocked after the last, like, major update, which was the Bill Outro / Ode to Castlevania 2.0. I mean, the only thing I have is, like, story campaign stuff, which doesn't really unlock anything, per se. Oh, she angry. She very angry right now. I would love to have her fall down from that. The reason I say is Gold Raffian is a female. For those of you who don't know in terms of ecology. Raphalos is the male. Somebody just, like, tripped. What did they trip on? I heard that. Oh! Oh, she fell again. Okay, she's tripping. Well, you know what they say. I can't actually say that. I'm a PG birthday streamer. But, ooh. Let's go. Roar. On top of that, YouTuber you don't like when you curse, so I try to avoid it these days. You know? Dread has cleaned up his act quite a bit since he used to stream. I used to actually let out a couple F-bombs, and then I realized, like, they changed, like, certain things, and then YouTube punishes you. Now, if you let out a lot. I try to avoid it. I mean, I think I haven't had any Freudian slips as of yet. Like, I'd have to be really angry on stream, which I don't think has happened in a very long time. Because, like, one of the things I've done lately is I just play games that I enjoy, that I have fun playing, that I know are not, like, necessarily going to trigger me. Like, this was a question that actually came up recently. A viewer was asking me because I did a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel stream last week, as well as I tried to do a Duel Link stream. But then we had some annoying people that tried to, like, dox me during the game. Not, like, dox, but, like, they were DDoSing the game. And I think they might have DDoSed my internet, too, which kind of, like, really made, like, the whole stream go derail. But the reason, like, I don't do Yu-Gi-Oh! Content anymore is because... And this is not necessarily a dig. This is more of a generalization when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, good idea to move back there, Dread. This is more of a generalization, but when it comes to, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, particularly what I've noticed in my time when I've streamed it, and I've made videos, is that you get a bunch of, oh, I don't want to do that. It's fine. I don't have to worry too much about that. I didn't technically want to carve the tail there, but hey, we got a mantle for being an idiot. The one thing that I've noticed, particularly Yu-Gi-Oh! Streams, is that it attracts a very unique type of person to streams. Not like a one person in particular, but a unique type of audience, and that audience, for whatever reason, never usually follows, like, stream rules. Like, if you don't know this about this stream, I do have stream rules where I do say, you know, be kind to everybody, you know, regardless of who they are, whether it's another fellow VTuber, whether it's another person, be kind to everybody, because that's my thing. Like, don't be mean to people. Like, there's no need for that in stream. And another, like, rule that I have when I play, like, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Master Duel, and Duel Links is, like, no backseating, right? And that's really a rule that's particularly for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! For 25 years. I have won, like, major regional tournaments 2 times, mind you. So I know what I'm doing, you know? But, like, everybody kind of wants to be super helpful, but to the point where it gets, like, a little too much, and then they, like, well, Mr. Streamer, why aren't you playing it the way that I want you to, Mr. Streamer? How dare you not do that the way that I want you to do it, Mr. Streamer? How dare you not copy the deck the way that I copy the deck, Mr. Streamer? You get my point? So that becomes a little bit exhausting, and then the other part about it that becomes equally exhausting is whenever it comes to games that are, like, card games, wow, that died to the wall bang. I didn't even think that was going to be a case. Now you know how the wolf feels. Oh my goodness, that's way too funny. Oh. Oh my goodness, that was the... I don't know if that was an intentional call out. My sides. GG, well played. I have to, man. That was just way too funny. But when it comes to, like, Master Duel, like I was saying before, it attracts a unique individuals that don't know how to follow certain rules. They try to take over the stream in terms of what they want you to do in terms of the plays. And then on top of that, because it's a competitive card game, because I don't, like, change my name usually for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, because I do it for certain reasons, people will try to cover my streams when I do Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, but I've seen it happen also for fellow creators who play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I've seen it also happen a little bit in Duel Links. So what ends up happening is, like, you know, it becomes a nuisance, and then the streams themselves, for me personally, don't become fun having to deal with that. So that's why I try to avoid that, Dread Knights, you know? That's just one of those things where I try to avoid Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So, like, you know, the only other way to kind of circumvent that stuff would be if I do, like, pre-recorded Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, which, that in its own right, becomes a little bit of a headache in itself. You know, it's a little bit more of a nuisance for me, particularly. How do I not confirm this? I don't wanna... Can I just not get that guild card? Is there a way of doing that? Does anybody know? Been a while. Yeah, you know, so that's why I don't really do Yu-Gi content anymore. I'm, like, been trying to wean... Is wean the right word for this? I've been trying to wean people off of Yu-Gi content here on the channel for that reason, because it's like, I've gotten to the point where I really don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! On stream. I don't mind, obviously I play physical TCG of it quite a lot. Last White Knight. I'm surprised nobody's doing Teostrans. Ooh, Lunastra. I'll do this. I'll actually do a Lunastra. I don't know if we're going to be successful in this, but we'll try. That's what it's for, right? So I try to avoid that. You know? And there's other things too. Like, for me personally, like, I'm at a point in terms of content creation and in terms of, like, VTubing, because I've been doing this a long time, for those of you who don't know. I've been doing content creation. On this channel, I've been doing it 5 years, going on 6. I have a first YouTube channel that's going on 13 years. Just contrary to popular belief, I have more than one YouTube channel. That's a lot of things. I do a very good job of hiding my first YouTube channel. So there's that. But, you know, it's been an interesting experience too, you know? So, like, at this point, that's not it. I need elemental resistance up. I've kind of, you know, done things always my way, right? You know, I don't have VTuber lore. I don't like VTuber lore. I feel like VTuber lore, for me personally, is kind of pointless. I want people to know that, you know, what's the lore here? There is no lore. I'm Dread. I like to play video games. I can play video games at a pretty high level. And that's, like, the major selling point there. I like card games. I like my action RPGs and stuff. But it's kind of interesting because, like, the last 2 years, in particular, I've kind of been, personally, when it comes to, like, making content, before this year, a little bit miserable. Because I kind of have a lot of stuff going on where there was some people who, in general, corporations, small corporations, keep that in mind, although there was some general interest in one big one that I was like, yeah, no, thank you, I'm good, fam. That were, you know, trying to, like, sign me. This was around, like, 2013, not 2014, excuse me, 2023, when, like, everybody was in a mad dash to, like, sign a whole bunch of random indie VTubers because a whole bunch of other VTubers were no longer, like, in these places, and there was other ones that were, like, small, what's the nicest way to put them? Upstart companies? And all that stuff, like, and them trying to get me to, like, sign or to be interested in signing with them made me miserable as a content creator. Like, there's no other way to put it, because, like, it's like, well, how come you're not doing things the way we want you to do them? Or how come you won't do this? Or how come you won't do that? Or how come you are so open and honest about everything? I've always kind of considered it, when it comes to me as a content creator, like, nothing is really necessarily taboo, which it rubs VTubers in particular the wrong way, which I understand, because there's some people who want to heavily guard everything, right? So it's like, you know, VTubing is stuff, then Western VTubers have to follow everything the way that, you know, Japanese VTubers follow, and if they don't follow things like that, they have to be thrown out of this community because that's what we expect of them to do. So if you don't do things that way, right, people will, like, shun you and stuff. So I had one particular content creator that I won't mention by name, obviously, that, you know, I guess the nicest way to put it was they took somewhat of a liking to me, but they would get frustrated a lot of the times because I do things my way. And apparently my way wasn't the right way for them. And on top of that, there were some things that they did which I generally did not like for them to do. You know, one of the things is, like, if I don't mind every once in a while people throwing me a nod indirectly, because that's okay, but I had a content creator in particular that they would throw a nod about me every freaking time they could get. Like, and they tried I don't want to say desperately, because I don't think desperately is necessarily the right word, but they tried quite a bit to always connect themselves to me indirectly. And the thing about it was, the way that they were trying to connect themselves to me indirectly was not done in a very subtle manner. So what ended up happening was, because they didn't do things in a very subtle manner, I constantly was being subjected to people prying into my, what's the nicest way to put it, my personal life, to the point that people would go to, like, my IRL handles for it. And there was one thing in particular that I'll say that I was incredibly not cool with, and my general rule usually is don't involve me. Particularly, don't involve anything that I've ever said personally. Ever. Like, don't use it for content. Don't use it for... what's the nicest way to put this? Don't use it for content. Don't ever use it for... Yeah, there's no nice way to put it. I'm sorry, guys. But, like, it's a rule where it's like, you know, if it's something I've said on a personal account, or it's something that, you know, is said and meant for, like, only one particular person in terms of a conversation, like, don't put that out in the open. And something a while back that upset me was somebody put personal stuff out in the open for a whole bunch of people to see. And on top of that, despite things that they have said in regards to that, decided to include me in a piece of media that will forever live on the internet. And there was no ever consideration for me personally as to my feelings regarding that. And that made a good portion of, like, the last, like, 2 years very unhappy with stuff in the VTuber sphere, because I had to deal with that. And then on top of that, you would every once in a while, you know, because I have friends in many different places, and, you know, everything kind of interlaps with each other, that would tell me stuff about, like, you know, indirect stuff that's said, or comments. And it's like, to me personally, I don't find that that's something that's very professional to dealing with corporate people. Like, nah, just stay far away from me. Just, that's how I feel. Like, you know, there's people that make, like, really good content that I like to watch, but I don't even watch them anymore because, like, of that one particular incident where I felt like the person acted incredibly unprofessional, and I never even got something as much as, like, an apology for it. You know, so much so that there was a time period where I took, like, a brief hiatus from VTubing because of it, you know? Because it just wasn't cool. You know? Like, I don't go and include people in my forms of media because I feel like that would be generally insensitive to do. So that's kind of why I just don't, you know, anymore, because it was a really bad experience. And it was, like, somebody that was really high up there. And I really just didn't appreciate it. There's no other way to put it. Because first of all, I didn't feel like I deserved that type of treatment. And second of all, it was just like, you know, you gotta be able to have some type of common sense and use some discretion, and they didn't use that. Okay. And that is what I'm gonna say about that. Okay. Let's go. Drop it down when it's hot. Okay, cool. But yeah, you know, so it's like, don't do stuff like that. That's the only cautionary thing I can tell you, man. 'Cause it, like, really soured me on a lot of things. So now it's like, I'm at the point in my life where, like, anytime I see, like, a corporate person, I'm like, nah, just stay away from me. I don't like to be mean, but that's really how it is. And I have a lot of, like, people that I know from, like, smaller corporations and too, and it's like all the time they start hitting me up, hey, you should do something. I'm like, nope, I'm not in. Oh, I fell off the mount there. That's what I get for talking about this stuff. But I needed to get it off my chest because it's been bothering me for a very long time. But yeah, that's why Dread doesn't, like, associate with corporate VTubers. You know? And I have friends in other places, and it's just like, nope. Like, hey, you know, would you ever be interested in reconsidering a stance and, like, joining our small operation? I'm like, nope, not interested. Dread likes being indie, and Dread will stay indie till whenever Dread decides to bow out. But I've had a lot more fun here in 2026, just, like, chilling the Dread nights and vibing and not, like, worrying about any of that nonsense, you know? I feel like content definitely has gotten better. My mood for streams has definitely gotten better once I kind of, like, got rid of some of the... I don't want to say necessarily toxic, but, like, toxic people out of my life that were, like, affecting my ability to do content and, like, just enjoy being a VTuber and doing things my way. And it's been better, you know? Which is unfortunate because, you know, you want to be friends with everybody. At least that's how Dread feels about certain things. But, you know, sometimes you can't be friends to everybody. I was pretty naive in that retrospect. At one point, you know, I like to help everybody. You know, if anybody needs help with something, I like to be able to give a tip. Or, you know, if somebody doesn't understand a game, I like to be able to, like, yeah, you should do that. But I came really soon to realize that there's just some people you probably shouldn't necessarily help because not everybody is necessarily a nice person, if you get what I'm saying, when it works. That works, like, in VTubing. And I've seen a lot of things, personally, that have no-sold me on the, like, VTuber corporation people. Like, I've seen people who, like, are in small places act way more toxic. Are we just not killing this? Should I put a bomb here? Or are we not? Did they leave? You guys gonna, like, kill this thing, right? Alright, well, do that. Sleep on it. Why aren't we doing this thing, you know? And it soured me. Well, you know? And I've seen people be really, really mean-spirited when it comes to, like, VTubing in big places and in small places, and I'm not about that, you know? I'm here to chill. I'm here to play video games. I'm here to have fun. You know? I enjoy video games, too. That's another thing that kind of really irked me about something, is that somebody, like, attacked me personally for the fact that I, like, play video games and I, you know, do TCG stuff and play, you know, tournaments and stuff. And I was like, man, like, you know, tell me how you feel without telling me how you feel, I suppose is the saying to go. You know, and it's like, I don't know, you owe everybody, like, a decent amount of respect, you know? And it's unfortunate. Sometimes people don't know. We killed the Lunistar there. How to, like, read the room. You know? And with me, the one thing about it, too, like, if I can say this candidly to all of you that are here, you know, a lot of people know this is not a great secret. I'm from New York. New Yorkers really don't tolerate a lot of nonsense. We're the type of people that, like, if you piss us off, we're gonna tell you. You pissed me off. And we find something stupid, we're just gonna say stupid. That's just kind of how it is. You're not used to, like, New Yorker mentality. You probably don't understand that. Good job. This was a good group. I was surprised we were able to do that Lunistra. Even though it wasn't, like, an arch-tempered one, right? Let's give them a thumbs up. You know? But I'm, right now, like, in terms of content, I'm having a blast doing things my own way. I'm having a blast hanging out with, our indie VTubers. Being able to reconnect with, not so much reconnect because that's the wrong word. Being able to hang out with people that I haven't been able to hang out with in, like, since 2018, 2019-ish on stream. You know, because a lot of people don't know. I've done things before YouTube even. Like, I did Twitch streaming for a while before I did YouTube streaming. And a lot of people that know me IRL and stuff. And even before I was a VTuber, like, just in other things of that nature. Know that I played a lot of Dead by Daylight. In fact, there's a nod to me in Dead by Daylight that a lot of people don't know is actually... There's an Easter egg that connects to actually Dread in Dead by Daylight. A lot of people don't know that about, because I have friends who are developers that develop for that game, even though the fact that I don't. I also have friends who are big time, way bigger than me in terms of, like, content for Dead by Daylight. You know, people know. I've played with Europe in the past. Other things that people know. Polyester is, I have a very good, like, interactions with him in the past as well. You know, these are people that I've known. These are people I've played Dead by Daylight with. So I'm very well connected to Dead by Daylight. A lot of people know me from there. A lot of people know me from Fortnite. A lot of people know that with Fortnite, one of my very, very good buddies is Tabor Hill, IRL to IRL. You know? And a lot of people know that I am on very good terms with Epic Games, the company itself. Since the days of Donald Mustard being there. You know? These are not, like, secret things. It's just, like, people don't really... What's the nicest way to put it? People don't really do their research about me, so then they automatically assume certain things, and they don't really ever bother to do correct research. You know? Sending out the join request. Please wait. Alright. Please wait. Please wait. This is our good group, too. Alright. Let's go. I'm just gonna elemental resistance here. It doesn't really necessarily matter. You have a YouTube comment? No. Oh. Cool. Animal 12439. What an interesting screen name. Well, let's go help Animal 12349. You know? Alright. Auto crafting. Alright, let's go. Alright, nice. I don't really need those items, but, you know, we'll take them anyway. So how is everybody today? What are you guys eating? I have frozen bean burritos I'm gonna be eating. It doesn't sound like the most appetizing, but I'm just in the mood for frozen burritos, like bean burritos. I don't want to get, like, Taco Bell, because the thing about it is, like... Oh, they're fighting both of them here? Okay, that's fine. This is easy content, by the way. The thing about it is I didn't want to... Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold that thought. I didn't want to really get Taco Bell, even though I really enjoy the Taco Bell quesarito. The volcanic quesarito. I was hoping they were going to bring back the whole volcanic menu. Okay, good. Let's attack. Let's wait on that. Nice. 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 Roll. And look, they're, like, trying to have a turf war, but we're, like, in the middle of this. I can't get stunned here. Should one of us fight this dodo bird? I'm gonna take the dodo bird. What is its name again? Kuyula? I don't remember. It's been a while. Pick this up. Rawr, you're angry. Rawr, you're angry. Rawr, you're angry. No. 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 Oh. Rock bounce. Rock bounce again. We gotta break this rock from his hand, man. Gotta pry it from his freaking greedy mitts. Do you agree with that, Dreadknight? Do you think we should... Oh. Wait on this. Swing. Attack. Nice. Let's wait. Oh, he's trying to get a rock. Oh, no, he got it again. We're gonna be bouncing on that weapon. I gotta sharpen it, but I don't have time. Oh, this guy's here just for the taking. Let's just take him out then, right? The sooner we get rid of him, the better. I don't need anything from these event quests I'm doing. I just want to help our people. Oh, let's wait on that. Let's wait on that. Okay, good. No! I missed. That's what happens when the monster's hitbox is so small. Right? Maybe I'm just coping. Take that! He's still not down. This son of a biscuit. Roll, roll, roll. Wait. Okay, sweet. Good. Swinga, swinga. Slice-a, slice-a. Dice-a, dice-a. Okay, nice. Wait on this. I wish I could turn around. Well, I can technically turn that attack around there. Alright, it's dead. I'm not going to even go for the carves, because I don't need any pieces from that anymore. Alright, let's go. And drop it like it's hot. Ooh. Aw, poor baby's a little, you know. Nice. I can't see which way. Oh, I can't hit him from that distance. I'm way too far out. Freaking Switch Axe Bros. Not Switch Axe Bros. Charge Blade Bros. What am I saying? Charge Blade Bros eating good. Eating good in the hood. I think I'm getting technically tripped a little bit here. Come on. Ah, I was so wanted that so bad, Drenite. So bad. Okay. Freaking rock bounces. You know, I'm gonna do something you're not supposed to do, Dread Knights. I'm gonna teach you here. Whetstone! Activate. I need to sharpen, because they're gonna bounce off that rock so much. You know? Gotta pry the Dwayne The Rock Johnson from his hands, or it can die that way too. Did the Clutch Claw kill it, or did their attack kill it? I don't even know. Does it matter? Well, I guess we could get these carves. Because I really need these, you know, Titsuyaku parts, right? I don't really need parts from this, but, you know, whatever. Whatever. Man, a volcanic quesarito would be pretty good right about now. But no, we'll stick with the bean burritos, right? Gotta stick with the bean burritos. Kuluyaku Fikide, large Kuluyaku plum. I feel like I'm saying some type of, like, ancient, like, chant, you know? Like I've ever in freaking Child's Play. Does anybody here a fan of horror movies, you know? Ade Dewey Dumbella, give me the power, I beg of you. Anybody fan? Know that voodoo chant? No? Hopefully I didn't resurrect the good guy doll somewhere, right? I'm gonna give them buffs even though we don't need it for this type of content. You know? I actually know the whole stupid chant because I watched way too much of that freaking movie. Well, you know, what we could do. What we could do. We could just turn these around. Ah, we didn't turn them around enough time. That would have been kind of fun to set up, but hey. Oh, boom booms. Red loves a good boom boom here and there. Swing. Okay, good. Swing. Okay, cool. Nice. Nice. Cool. Swing. Come here. Come here. Okay. Not come here. Let's do this. Choppa. Slice. Dice. I don't know. I'm making words. I'm kind of probably sleep deprived. I'll be honest with you. I haven't slept very well in a lot of days since the beginning of the year, you know. Hard at work on some stuff. I can't see Jack Diddley squat there. I don't even know. I think we had some attacks there. Whoops. Maybe I got a little too aggro. All those particle effects hurt in my eyes, too. Like, I couldn't... Hurted. What is that? That's not even a real word. Hurt my eyes. Okay, let's swing. Nice. Wait on this. Okay, cool. Clutch claw. Nice. Nice. Swing. Attack. Okay. I am so out of position here. Let's reposition ourselves. Or get tripped by our teammates. I love those tiny monsters where there's not like a lot of places you can really attack where you're not tripping them or they're not tripping you. Alright. I think next... Alright, I'm gonna play some Greatsword because I'm getting a little bit bored of playing Longsword. And watch, I'm gonna switch to Greatsword and nobody's gonna... Oh, it's dead. I mean, this is an easy monster to kill, and I think we're all kind of overpowered at this point. Alright, peeky tail. I have a question for all of you in chat. If you're watching. Do you think this monster is cute? This was a question that was posed somewhere yesterday. And I was wondering whether Piki could be cute or not. I've never honestly thought of monsters as whether they could be considered cute or not. Well, I mean, it's technically dead, right? Would you consider this cute? Would you consider, like, a gecko chameleon thing cute? Like, when I think of cute monsters in Monster Hunter, I think of Kekawaka. How many of you know what a Kekawaka is? Kekawaka is from Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Dread can't go a day without mentioning his favorite Monster Hunter game of all time. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Man, please, Capcom, just port that game. Port Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, Capcom, and your life is... I mean, my life is yours. Please. Please, Capcom. I just want to be able to go back to that old school place again. I just want to go to that old school place. I just want to, right? It's loot. Yeah, it's loot. I think we can get this in. Man, the cannons! Okay, good job. Let's do this. It's loot. I'm sorry, Larry. What do you mean by it's loot? Oh, got word out of that? Okay, cool. Oh, it's loot, as in it's not cute. It's loot. I get it. I'm sorry. I was Dread's being a little slow today. You know, it was an interesting concept. You know? Hekawaka, I think, was kind of cute as a monster. You know, Labarena is kind of cute, even though there's some people who have arachnophobia. I'll tell you a funny... It's not really a funny story, but Mama Dread, right? Mama Dread is allergic to spiders. A long time ago, when she was at her job, got bit by a spider because there was this place that had, like, setbacks of a whole bunch of plants. And she got bit by a spider, apparently, at work. And what ended up happening to her is, like, she had this most horrible, like, spider bite, so bad that she had to actually go to the doctor for it. She was running a real big fever, and, like, the bite left, like, venom inside her leg for a while, and her whole leg was, like, this black, like, thing that looked weird. Like, really, really weird. And it took a very long time. I think it was almost a year before she truly recovered from the bite. So, the moral of the story is, as cute as maybe certain spiders might look, be careful. Don't let them bite you. You never know if you're allergic to them. Like, I heard this crazy story a while back where it was an Olive Garden, right? So in the Olive Garden... Ooh, that was a well-placed trap. Where in the Olive Garden, people went to go use the restroom at the Olive Garden. And what ended up happening was, apparently there was a brown recluse spider that was biting them as they were sitting down to use the toilet seat. So a whole bunch of people that were using the toilet seat at this random Olive Garden were getting bit on the behind and in the Johnson and other places by a spider, and they had to go to the hospital because of... For those of you that know, brown recluse spiders, you don't want to get bit by because you can, like, actually get really sick. I think some people have actually died with brown recluse spiders, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of a nerd deadly one. Yeah, you can die from a brown recluse spider. So, you know, you try to want to avoid... Oh, holy crap. That was weird looking from this angle. So you want to always, like, avoid getting bit by spiders if possible. You know? But Labarena, I think in Wilds is pretty cute of a monster. Some people say that stupid monster you fight in the very, very beginning of the game is kind of cute. I strongly disagree. Some people think Chatacabra is cute. I don't think it's cute. I wouldn't consider that a monster that's cute. Velkhana? Velkhana's kind of... This is not becoming a Monster Hunter smash or pass. Don't get, like, things corroded and twisted. But, like, cute-wise, I think Velkhana. Because Velkhana reminds me of... Anybody here ever seen The Never-Ending Story? It's such an old movie. It's, like, from the 80s. Never-Ending Story. Anybody remember Falcor? Velkhana reminds me of Falcor from it. Not exactly the same, but just, like, in terms of the design. Because I think, like, Velkhana, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to be based on, like, Norwegian dragon lore? It's like, Norwegian dragons look like Falcor from the Never-Ending Story. I'm gonna bring Yu-Gi-Oh! Into this. Goddamn, Dread. How come you bring Yu-Gi-Oh! Into the mix, too? Anybody here know Lightsworn Dragon? Judgment Dragon? AKA Judgment Dragon? That's from, like, the Norse lore as well. The dragons always kind of look like that type of style. So. Los Gire. It's speaking the old Monster Hunter language, because it's definitely not Japanese. Alright, respond to SOS quest. Basically what we're doing today. Let's see, we have a glance of the silver. I'm not going to try to do Archtemper Velkhana, because I don't need the parts personally. Is there anything else optional? I mean, we could fight that for the hell of it. Acidic Glavinus? Yeah, sure, why not? I haven't fought one in a while. Just to kind of refresh my memory. I actually just started For You on a Switch. I can't say the R part because I don't want to get in trouble. Did you? It's a very, very good game. I definitely recommend it. Especially if you play all the way past the story. I feel like the end game, particularly when you do the guild quest, level 143 to 145 are very good. Lala is a really cool design, but it needs to actually fight back. I agree with that. What I'm surprised that they didn't do in Base Wilds, which I hope is something that they will correct whenever we get expansion wilds, is I personally would like to see them have subspecies. Like in older Monster Hunter games, particularly this one too, you saw Coral Puki. I would like to see the subspecies come back, where you have subspecies, so we could get a subspecies of La Barena. Like an actual cool subspecies that would maybe make the fight harder, right? Like, I think it's also kind of weird how, like, Wilds has an obsession with spiders. So they brought back Nerselia, right? But they didn't freaking bring back Shrouded Nerselia. But they kind of, in base Nerselia, gave it... Why is this monster not moving? I'm confused. They kind of gave it some of Shrouded's, like, moveset. Which is kind of confusing, because it's like, why do that then? Are we never going to see Shrouded Nerselia ever again, in terms of Monster Hunter games? This was the weirdest hunt ever. It just stood there, taking hits for me for a couple seconds. Make it make sense, Dread Knights. That person's Ash. Are they Ash from, like, you know, one of the many games? Like, well, they can't be Ash, because they would be a bow and arrow user if they were from League of Legends. Speaking of League of Legends, that's a crazy segue, right? Dread is going to be playing some League of Legends tomorrow against Better Judgment. Going to be jumping in, probably play a couple matches of Sona. I had planned to play League of Legends again. I was just waiting till after the Christmas update. I was also kind of hoping that they were going to do all these, like, updates already that they promised that were going to be coming out in January to be able to, like, make some of the roles feel more fun to play. Come here. It's just standing still. I wonder if that's because the person's connection is bad, because my connection's fine. I'm checking it. Lag in this lobby. How dare you? It's fine. Lavender's song still freaking slaps, right? But, the one thing about Glavinus' song, it feels like he's truly, like, hunting something, you know? The part where it goes, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da, ba-dum, ba-dum. I can't get DMCA'd for humming a song, right? No. Please don't do that, YouTube son. I love Monster Hunter. And I'm pretty sure, you know, the folks at Capcom, I do actually know the lead developer for Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, which I met him actually as a crazy story. I think we're about to get kicked from this lobby, it seems. Seems like a monster stuck. Either that or maybe... Today's not Steam maintenance, right? It's not. That monster's not moving, so I think the person backed out of their quest. Why? Were we showing off too much? Let me just back out of that. Why? Were we showing off? They didn't want to hunt with somebody that was using endgame gear. I get it. I understand. Understand. Don't be too good in the lobby. Don't upstage the person. Maybe they're streaming. Let's see. I got a mod for Wilds to make every monster more difficult. I'm going to try to run through the game with it and see if it feels more like a previous title. Fascinating. It did the same with Mizu and giving it some Violet moves and Soul Seer Eye. I agree 100% with you. The song is also playing in the background of a hunt, so you should be okay. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a very valid point, Larry. Very valid point. You know, the thing about with modding Wilds, because I know a lot of people have done it, is that, like, you mod Wilds, and then what happens is, like, Wilds has an update coming out, and then you have to uninstall the mods, because if not, it doesn't run correctly. I mean, I did read something crazy. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, necessarily, because I haven't personally experienced it, and I never bought any of the DLC for, like, Wilds, the cosmetic DLC. But allegedly, I'm going to use the word allegedly, because I don't know how valid it is or not. But allegedly, apparently, if, depending on your, like, PC specs and stuff, apparently if you don't have like paid DLC whenever you're at a camp in Monster Hunter Wilds, it does this aggressive like DLC check, and apparently that is what's causing a lot of slowdown for people on certain like PCs. I have not personally experienced really any slowdowns on Wilds. I think like the only place that I particularly have. Should we try to do a Fatalis hunt? I don't know how it's gonna go. Usually these are not successful, but hey, maybe we'll get lucky. Even a broken clock can be right twice, right? We'll see, but I think I didn't eat for the right thing, so I might have made this like extra hard content for me. But apparently, like, the aggressive DL... Oh, I did eat. I didn't eat yet. Okay, good. Apparently, like, the aggressive DLC checks are what's causing the slowdown. But I haven't personally had an issue with Wilds. The only area that I've experienced some sort of slowdown is, and it depends on, like, a certain particle effect, is in the jungle area, particularly in the water area. If you have, like, a whole bunch of monsters, like the triple Eucalypt quest, if they're all firing fireballs, that's the only time I've experienced, like, something crazy where it's a hiccup. Otherwise, I've been pretty Gucci, you know? But for those of you who don't know, like when I'm running Wilds on stream, I have a i7, but the very, very last i7 before it became the... What do they call them now? The Ultra 7 and the Ultra 9s? So I had like the very last i7 that was like the very last gen one. And on top of that, I have like a 5060 Ti. And then I have, like, a very good amount of RAM and stuff, so I don't... Most of my games run fairly great. I can't run the high texture resolution pack because they want, like... What is it? 16 gigs of RAM? I have... No, more than that. I think it's, like, 32 gigs of RAM they want. I have to double-check on that. But it's a ridiculous amount of VRAM, right? To run the high resolution texture pack for Wilds, and then it apparently runs crazy, you know? So that's why I try to... You know, but that's basically my setup. I have a 5060 Ti. I don't need anything else because I don't really stream in 4K, and I don't stream in 2K. I don't play my games in 4K, just because it's, like, not something I've ever been interested in. I just like my games in 1080p. If you give me 1080p, I'm fine. I'm happy with that. Like, a lot of games that I play are older games, too, so it's like, I don't really need anything more than that. So why am I going to pay, like, you know... For my thought process, why am I going to pay like $5,000, $4,000 for a graphics card that I don't necessarily need? I mean, most people roll or get hit by that. I was trying to roll. I rolled too late. I mean, in my defense, I was... Oh, no. Okay, that was a safe roll there. I honestly felt like I rolled too late, but it's okay. Happy accident. Happy accident. Do that just to position or something. I was trying to tenderize the leg. No! How dare you touch me? That's not what I wanted to do. I keep missing the leg. Okay. Let's reposition the leg now. Uh-oh. 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 Dread, stop being bad. I'm out of stamina, too. That's the worst time to be out of stamina. If we get hit here, we're gonna be yelled at. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're great. We're gravy. We're gravy. We're good. Technically, we're not good. I need a complete reset. I need a complete reset, but Big Angry Dragon is not going to give me a chance to reset here. I really need a big reset just to, like, heal up. He's not letting me heal. He don't want me to heal. No heals today for you. Should probably not run too much either. Good job, Wallbang. Wallbang, yes. Good job, teammate. Good job. Alright. I could use an... Oops. Hold that thought. I could use an eye from this. Oh, phase 2. Be a bad player and pick up the shiny that's not going to give you anything? Nope. We were denied that. Run! No! We're okay. We're okay. We're good. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. Phase 2. Usually this is where sometimes it goes all downhill from here. But hey, maybe this time we'll be okay. Heal up a little bit, and I will roll. And I'm rolling, and I'm rolling. Do you think they're going to use the cannons? Oh, they are! Wow! Manifesting that. Okay. I wasn't expecting to see the cannons, but I'll take that. I'll take that. Because if we could break the chest piece, then... Ooh, that was a good opportunity there. I think we got a good group for Fatalis. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it? Do you believe the way that I believe in all of you, Dread Knights? Do you believe? I believe. Ooh, roll. That was a good roll on my part. I mean, there's something about Wild's roster, not Wild's, excuse me, World's roster that I just feel like... I like what Wilds is doing, but there's just something about World's roster, because then again, remember, World is a complete game with Iceborne, as opposed to Wilds, which technically is not a complete game. But there's just something about this roster that I feel is just, like, stronger, better, you know? There's a reposition here. I'm gonna let them attack the face area because they know what they're doing. So I'll just focus on the chest area at this point. That's why I like aggressively compete for another area. Am I gonna be able to get this off? I am, but I think that came at a bad price. Had I not rolled forward there, I was definitely gonna take a bad hit. Pick this up. I'm greedy. I'm being way too greedy. I'm good. Unless he, like, does his tail little swipe move there. This group's good. I can tell a good group. Everybody's on point. I'm not gonna get hit. Yeah, I'm gonna get hit there. Everybody's on point except Dread doing a potato brain moment there. Let's heal. Roar. Already? Okay. How much damage are we all outputting? I wonder if somebody might be doing some sussy stuff. We're doing a hell of a lot of damage. Augmented weapons, you think? Did we break the chest? I hope we did, because if he's blue fire mode, this is where things get rough for us all. I don't want it to be rough for Rody. I don't want to wait for our loves to be over. I probably, if I sing the rest of that, will definitely get DMCA'd. Roar. He is kind of angry. Oh, good. He's only orange fire. That means his chest is broken. And his spirit will be broken next, Dread Knights. Alright, let's swing. Okay, good. Nice. Let's reposition here. Nice and nice and nice and nice and good. Probably should... I don't know. Yeah, that would have been a counter. I was way too late on that. Yeah, let's move. Those fire attacks can kill us. I knew it too. I'm so sorry, teammate. I couldn't react any quicker to that. I should have probably Superman dived. He do big damage there. He hurt big time. Let me get some health items while we're here. Oh no. Someone else. Someone else. Uh-oh. 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 We's in trouble, Dread Knights. We's in trouble big time. Wait, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna give you some bufferonis. I hope I can eat for something here. If you hear noise in the background, I can't. Oh no. That's gonna be unfortunate. Because I don't have dragon resistance now. Fire resistance, excuse me. Alright, Dread Knights. Can I have Rocksteady Mantle? I gotta wait to see what he's doing. Oh! Oh no, we can't drop down right now. If we drop down, it's going to be our game. Oh no, don't drop it like it's hot. He's literally dropping it like it's hot. No, 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 no. We're okay. We're okay, we're okay, we're okay. We're good. We're good. Rawr. Oh, roll. I have an idea. Oh, somebody dropped smoke screen. Good idea. That was actually really good. I should have sharpened when I was back up there. Is this the spin attack? I hate the spin attack. I just try to hug its legs. I would tenderize here, but... You know? It's a little scary right now to be tenderizing anything. Oh. No! Oh my goodness, how did I get away with that? Darn it. I take full responsibility for that. That was my own fault. Because I went for Helmbreaker at the worst time. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. I was the problem there, literally. So close, yet so far. There's probably somebody cursing me out in chat now. Ah! No. No. That's unfortunate. Kind of insane when I think about it that the game runs and I enjoy it so good enough for me. Let me read the one above that. I can run Wilds at most high settings and a couple on medium on a i9 1090K, 3080 Ti, 32GB of RAM with frame gen. Yeah, like I've never really had a problem with it even on mine, but I know that there's people who claim there's issues with it. You know, yeah, it happens. It happens. It was a bad judgment call on my part. I shouldn't have helm broker. But I feel like even there, I was technically out of position, and because I took that cart that took away my fire resistance, you know, Vitalis Armor has like -10 fire resistance for those of you who don't know. So yeah, hate to see it, but Vitalis still can wreck people even in endgame gear. I was really confident that we were gonna get that one clutch, but you know, phase 3 of that fight is difficult for those of you who don't know. Because I know somebody watching and be like, oh, noob, 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 noob. No, it's tough. Join a quest. How much time we got left? It's 6:30. I haven't actually opened my water. Here I am yapping. Are you going to try him again? I don't know. Were you in my lobby? Was I hunting with you just now? Horror farming equals completing the quest. Yeah, I know. But, you know, it happens, Can't win them all. Are you gonna... him again? Ari... Were you in my lobby? I wasn't paying attention to the names I was hunting with. I mean, I could do it again, but... No, just asking. Probably not. Like, I'm just helping SOS quest. So, like, if I see an SOS quest that does it, I'll do it. But if not, I probably will, like, wait till the next time it comes up in an SOS, and if I feel like the group is a good one. That wasn't a bad group, by any indie standards. Just, you know. Events, let's see. How many times are people posting 50 Shades of White today? And just basically SOS. Responding to stuff. That's how I like doing it. We could do this. This would be kind of fun. I haven't done one of these in a while to help people with. Sure. Let's do that. That could be fun. Double tempered. Well, the pony isn't going to be fun, right? Not so much. Sending out the join request. Please wait. Alright, let's make sure we have our health items here, right? We do. A little OCD with that. Because I like that. Do we eat? We did. Okay. On to the next one, then. Let me check the names to make sure that they're not naughty. Alright, let's go. Armor skin. See? They're telling you about certain buffs and stuff. Good oh my goodness. What a nasty call out that was. I apologize for that. Because you know how I feel about, like, stuff of that nature. We try to keep things PG, but unfortunately when you're hunting with randoms, you never know what they're gonna say. That's like... We're always at the mercy of that. Oh, no. I'm backing out of this quest. That's just disgusting. Yep. Nope. That's just nasty, man. Don't jump into Monster Hunter and be like, man, you gotta have some problems if you're having your callouts like that. Nope. No. Oh. The minute I saw that R1, I'm like, yep, no, we're not doing this. Absolutely not. I don't mind an innuendo here and there if it's done tastefully, but that's just like, that's just nasty, man. No place in that for Monster Hunter. Oh my goodness. There's like, these lobbies I feel like are dead on PC. I think the people left the group too, because you notice it's not up there anymore. Man. I can tell there's more people on Wilds these days. I will play Wilds on Friday. I'll probably do some Switch action. I guess we'll help this person. Why not? Why not? Alright. We don't really... It doesn't matter what we eat for at this point for this, because I don't have, like, negative ice infinity or ice resistances, so we should be okay. Huzzah! Let's go, kitty cat! Upgrading weapons. These tips are kind of funny when you're already done all this stuff. The one tip that they never put in this game, which always kind of bothers me, is they should put more tips about, like, augmenting. Because I play this game, right? And every once in a while I'll tell people you gotta augment your weapons for, like, endgame content. And then they'll be like, eh? What do you mean, augment? And it's like, yeah, augment. You go in the Gibberlands and, you know, you hunt monsters there and you get the parts that you need and you upgrade things. Where's this monster? My teammates. I think it's over here, it seems. Have I never hunted this to the point that I need the tracking information? That's funny. It's over there. Alright, well, let's go fight this thing. Apparently, I never got the tracking information for this. Okay. That's different. How far do you think we're gonna have to go here? Is there a camp that I can get to? Oh, yeah, let's just go to the camp and make it easier so I'm not walking around all over the place. Onward to victory! Right? I mean, this fig is very easy to kill. It's like a ram. It's in the hot area? Okay. I've never seen one of these in the hot area before. Okay. Hi, I will be your hunter for... Ouch. Can I do the intro before you do that, fire? Alright, let's try this. Take two. And action. I will be your hunter for today. Let's roll. 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 Fire is hot. Lava. The floor is lava, literally. 1, 2... Help, Walkman. Buckle my shoe. Did he kill me? Probably not. That would have been cool. I am literally on fire. Somebody grab the fire extinguisher. Put me out. Douse me. Roar. One of the few times I would love to... Are you limping away? I just got here. Come back here. We gotta give him a name. What type of name do you think we could call him? I can't call him a VTuber name, right? I mean, if this were a monster was a VTuber, what would he be? I don't know, right? I can't even think of a good VTuber name for this thing. Well... Okay, let's just take your horns out there, bucko. Is this a deer, right? This is supposed to be like a deer monster. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, he's mounted it, so I'm not going to continue that attack. And just wait, because he's got to move all over the place, right? So, why waste charges on the longsword when it's going to jump around like that? Case in point. Go get him! You did it! You did the thing. He's so far away. I'm going to try to target the tail here. Swing. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's reposition here. Roar. Roar. That couldn't have been me that got that stagger. It had to be somebody else, right? Yeah. Oh, somebody's named Riddick. Are they actually a fan of the Chronicles of Riddick? That's like a movie that not a lot of people ever hear of. It was like one of Vin Diesel's like first real acting roles. I mean, if you could consider what Vin Diesel does as acting. Huh. Any Vin Diesel fans in chat? Probably not. Let's do that. Why it's a little bit extra damage. I'm waiting for him to be like super exhausted and we can just go wall bang here. Okay, swing. Swing your partner, do-sa-do. Should probably go for the tail. Let them fight for the face. The head area, right? Maybe we'll do a homebreaker when it stands up. Probably should do that homebreaker, right? Oh, I missed. Bad timing there. No. My gaming sense. I was actually so happy because I was watching a stream yesterday and somebody actually said my expression and they don't, which proves that like gamers say it, like this person has no gaming sense, this person doesn't know gaming space. You know, I was so happy about it because like I had somebody that mocked me about this expression, but it's an actual expression that gamers use that play like stuff competitively. And basically, for those of you who don't know, gaming sense just basically means like the space within the game itself, like the environment, like, you know, like I know that there's a whole bunch of people competing for the facial area, right? So what I'm going to do is, because longsword probably has a higher probability of cutting the tail, I will basically just go for the tail area and let them have the face area. And that's basically what gaming sense means. Gaming sense and other things, like if I'm playing League of Legends and I am a support character and I'm a healer and I'm on bottom lane, for example, and I see that there's two people and I don't have somebody that's guiding me, I'm not going to go and fight two people by myself. Because as a healer, I'm just gonna get killed. And that's, like, something that's considered also gaming sense. Another thing is, like, when you're playing Metal Gear Solid, for example, like, if you know there's a trash can near or an item that can tip over and make noise, you wouldn't basically be in that area and do that thing, because it would most likely alert the guards, and if you're trying to go for, like, a perfect run, or you don't want to be spotted, you do it. That's all that gaming sense means. It doesn't mean, like, a person's skill level. It just means the spatial surrounding and how you perceive the environment of the game. But I saw somebody who has mocked it and used, like, the expression the wrong way. It doesn't mean that. It just you do what you want. Use guys' quest, I suppose? But that's basically what it means. Just the space around. You know, and how you use the environment and you think about things. Like, even though you're playing a video game, right? This is a 2D flat screen. This world is three-dimensional, right? So you have to think about it from a three-dimensional confine. For example, like, if I'm playing Wilds, I look up and there's an item here that could knock down, it would knock down on the monster, right? Like here, I'm not doing anything because I'm waiting to see if they're capturing. And if they're capturing, I would let them capture it as opposed to, like, killing it, right? You know? These are little things that you do. That's what gaming sense means. It's not like, oh, this player's bad. I'll use sometimes, like, this person has no gaming sense to describe that they don't understand, like, the area around, but it's not meant to be derogatory. It's just something that people who professionally game use to describe situations, you know? I'm a Groot fan, so I guess by extension, I'm a Vin Diesel fan. You know, it's funny about Vin Diesel that, you know what, I went to watch Guardians of the Galaxy when it came out in the movie theaters with two, like, my really good friends back in the day, and I did not know that Vin Diesel played Groot until the end credits. And when it says Vin Diesel as Groot, I was like, wait, what? And I made the joke that was Vin Diesel's greatest movie role ever. Because obviously he only says, what, one thing in the movies, I am Groot. I actually have not seen the rest of the Guardian of the Galaxy movies. I have tried a couple times to sit down to watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And every time I sit down to watch it, it's on television. Like actual cable television. I know this is crazy. Dread watches cable television. Why don't you just stream the movie, Dread? Well, you know, I do have Disney Plus. I could stream it, but I would have, like, commercials with the Disney Plus that I have. But the thing is, like, I sit and I watch it, and there's the commercials and stuff, and I get, like, bored halfway through Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, because, like, they make the 2.5-hour movie, like, 3.5 hours. It's like, man, you know, I just can't sit. And I get bored. Like, every time we finally get to, like, Kurt Russell's character, he plays, what is it? Ego, I believe is his name of the character. And I sit there, and we finally get to him and Mantis. I'm like, I'm bored. I gotta change it. I can't watch this. It's like the Batman, which people have told me is an amazing movie. The Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, aka Edward Cullen from the Twilight movies. Ooh, that cat looks so cute like that. Look at this. Eating that meal. What I do like about Wilds is when you have the cat mask on, it doesn't show. It doesn't show, like, your face. You actually eat with the cat mask, like if you're an actual cat. That was a nice little touch in Wilds. Little things like that matter. Okay. Let's see. I got about 18 minutes left that I could stream today. Because Dread's kind of tired. He's got other things that he would like to do. Should we try the Fatalis run back? Should we? Oh, wait. Those names. Something sussy there. Look at the names. Look at the names. They're all asterisks. I don't think so. I don't know. When I see names like that, I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. So I guess we won't do it from Nerf Fatalis on stream today. Alright, join quest. Let's respond to SOSs. Well, it's not in regular event, so I guess we're going to be doing something very low level. Let's see. Celestia Degree 03. That's an interesting screen name for Steam. Oh, I thought that said Konbakuwa. I was about to say, there's a Nimi Nightmare fan here. Vitray. Well, we never did get to do the Acidic Lavinus, right? So maybe we should do the run back there. Maybe we'll run back here? Send out the join request, please wait. How dare you tell me to wait, game? I'm impatient. Don't you know? Gamers don't have patience. We don't even read the tutorials. Is that right, Dread Knight? The Corroded Blade. What an edgy name for a monster quest, right? Oh man, they look like they're in a little bit of trouble. I have no idea what he said. Mi gente? I don't want to say it in case it's a bad word. Do we got any Spanish-speaking people in chat? Did I say something naughty? Do I need to banish them to the Shadow Realm? That's a Tigrex. Where are they fighting? I don't have actual tracking of this. So this is going to be fun. That big screaming. That is not the monster I'm looking for. I can't move. Oh, this is going to go great. Okay. I'm coming to save you! As soon as I figure out where you're fighting the monster. Hi, is it here? No, that's not the monster. It's got to be further in, right? Because it usually hangs out in, like, the wasted area, right? The Rotten Vale, as it's called. Hi. Where are you guys? I think we found it. It's around here somewhere. I think it's around here. It's near here. Yeah, see? It's just over the poison bend, right? By the time I get... Oh, hi! Well, hey, you know, ask and you shall receive. It came to us. I'm not afraid of you, but I am afraid that my teammates might have some problems with this, so let's be a good teammate and buff them. Alright? Gotta help the homies. Gotta help those homies. Alright. Good job. That's a nice wallbang. I wanted to get my mantle, but I'm not gonna waste this opportunity. Potentially, so we can maybe cut this tail off for them. Okay, good. No! Sacre bleu! I don't actually know any French. That's probably the most French I know. Alright, let's put that mantle on. Good. Loser. Nah, a monster's not a loser. It's doing its best, right? Oh, we got a spin to winner on our hands. Let's wait. Ah, he's very aggressive after, I think. They're both dual blade users, right? Correct? Yeah. Maybe they're buddies hunting together. People like to hunt together in this game. Yeah. I'm always surprised when I do these Monster Hunter streams. In particular, I'm always surprised how much people, like, really truly come out for freaking World, despite how old, like, World is at this point. You know, fans everywhere has been popping in and stuff and leaving, you know, chatting and stuff. No matter how long it was. I do greatly appreciate that, you know. Like I always say, these guys, the viewers, are why I do this. You know, without viewers, without you, without the Dread Knights, you know, there is no channel. These guys have just as much input, like, and definitely, like, if you are interested in seeing me, like, play something, whether it's Monster Hunter or something else, please definitely let me know. If it's something that I could do, I will definitely do it. Like, the only thing I'll tell you is I'm probably not going to play a game like Arc Knights, just because I'm not really into those type of games. Like, I have been playing off-stream Marvel Rivals. I do still play off-stream also Fortnite, even though I haven't really played too much of, like, the season after I won the Umbrella, just because Fortnite for me is kind of the most fun when I'm helping friends. Oh, that would have been perfect if I was a little closer. Why are you being such a bot? Let's do this. That was actually the safest way to avoid that attack part break. I should pick that up. Right? Turf war. Alright. Let's use this opportunity to sharpen. Or what? Actually, I have an idea. It's not a great idea. It's an idea, though, right? Oh, I thought they got mad because I set a trap. I just was trying to help them out. Figure, hey, you want that? No! Oh, man. Feels bad. Don't you love when you set a trap and it literally doesn't do what you want it to? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. I do greatly appreciate it. Let's put the Temporal Mantle on here. He's gonna do Tail Swipe. Yep. He was dumb because I knew he was gonna do a third one, and instead I went way too aggro there. Good job, Dread. Ooh, ooh. Dread, stop being way too aggro here. I'm also kind of like tucked in a corner here. Alright, let's figure this out, right? I am in a bad spot, and this monster is going super aggro on me. So the ideal thing to do here is probably heal up. And wait till he's, like, not in the most narrow of areas. I don't want to really auto-target here, but he's, like, so over the place I might have to. I don't really like this side. Let's do this. Because he broke that mantle so fast, but the thing is I'm, like, in a narrow spot. He's a pretty big one, too. No, I'm poisoned. Swing. Wait on that. Oh. That would have been good. Otherwise... Is he mounted? Yeah, he is. Okay. So in this case, we're probably not going to do anything super fancy. We're just going to build the gauge up. 1, 2, buckle by shoe. I'm going to be honest. I think I prefer longsword, ironically, in wilds. I feel like it has way more kit. Come back here. Okay, you know what? I need some damage too. Take that. He's down. But is he down for the count? I don't know. We'll find out. Swing. Nice. Let's build that meter. Build that meter. Alright, let's reposition. That would have been perfect had he stayed still. I mean, when do you know a monster to stay still? Never. Well, that's a good wall bang. Let me reposition here. I'm gonna do some DPS here. Damage per second for those of you. Oh! I hate that there's so many little guys around too. It's like blocking my vision. Ideally, I don't like when my vision's so blocked like this. Yeah, take that. Feels good, man, right? Okay. I think they used, Are we trapping this? I don't know. Looks like they want to trap it. A lot of people trap it today. Confused by that. I mean, you get more parts sometimes, or like if you're looking for a gem. It'd be nice, satisfying to kill things sometimes too. Alright, well, let's give them a thumbs up, unless chat message I can't get through. Alright. Thumbs up, thumbs up. World was my first Monster Hunter. I'll always love it. Yeah, you never forget your first Monster Hunter. That's why I have such fond memories of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, because it was my first one. Well, it is Glavenus' Edge is kind of his whole thing, yeah. It truly is. The first one is the best NGL. The rest were fine, but not really that interesting to me. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy for the first one. I agree with that. 100% agree with that. Like, I can't get into the second one. The third one, it's like, well, I didn't see 2, but technically you don't have to watch 2 to watch 3. I did watch, ironically, though, I don't know how many people know about it, but the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, which it's kind of, I don't want to spoil that because there's like a plot reveal that's like very important in that. Dread Knights, are you still with me? Or am I in red? I don't know, guess. No, you're still with me. It's YouTube being YouTube. Okay. I was a little scared by that. We've had a perfectly smooth streak. Notice when I'm not playing any Yu-Gi-Oh games. Always a smooth streak. It's just the Yu-Gi-Oh games that causes a lot of tomfoolery sometimes. Let's see. I think I have time for one last one, because it's not 7 o'clock just yet. At least not where I am. It's probably 7 o'clock somewhere else in the world, though, maybe? Let's see. Let's double check. Yeah, I'll do one more, because we're at an hour and 52. I want to at least get this to 2 hours. Not going to switch. I said I was going to play Greatsword, but I've changed my mind. We'll just rock the rest of the day with Longsword. Probably next time I revisit World, which I've based on a lot of people that coming through, we'll probably do more World in the not too distant future. I do want to play Wilds, though. So I think Friday, the plan is I'm going to play Wilds. Elemental Resistance for a hell of it. We'll play Switch Axe. I gotta work on a Switch Axe build there. Switch Axe is kind of weird in Wilds compared to what it was in World. And also weird compared to, like, Sunbreak Rise, right? That one, I'm not gonna do that. That Hunter's not ready for that quest, I can tell. I'm not gonna do Fatalis. That Hunter's definitely not ready for that quest either. Naked Truth? Yeah, sure. That Hunter's, like, they're very low in their MR, which means probably they don't have, like, a good setup. And based on, like, the dual blade weapons they're using, it's gonna be very hard for them to stay in the fight. Alright. Away we go. This will be the final hunt for the day. But yeah, you never forget your first Monster Hunter. It's like you never forget your first video game either, right? It always will have like a fond memory. Or your like first like really truly favorite song, you know? Or like your first like VTuber too, right? Like you never forget who your first VTuber was. Mine was a now retired VTuber. Okay. Demon powder. Let's go. Just because we want to give them buffer wuffies. I don't know why I said that. Red's a little tired, okay? I'm gonna make up, like, silly words. Gobbly gook, right? And stuff like that. I don't know. Hey, I mean, if you keep coming back to watch me, it must have some type of charm to me, right? I'm just simply irresistible, right? Unless maybe all of you come to just love to hate me. That would be sad, right? You know? I don't know. Hate watching is a thing, too. I mean, I don't hate watch. Whenever I watch somebody, it's because I really actually like their content. But I know it's a thing. It's a crazy thing, right? Let me roll. I know, like, I can't understand that concept of, like, hate watching. But people do it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand. I've never understood why people would do that. But they do it. You know? It's interesting, but it's like, I don't understand, right? Because it's like, why waste that energy? Let's go. I think I can get that. I mean, was that really worth the damage? Probably not. Did it look cool? Oh yeah, definitely look cool. Alright. Alright, let's drop it down! Probably could get away with doing it here too, right? Why not, right? Let's just go for everything. It dropped ammo! There we go. Go ham. That's more your area than it is mine. Roll, because it's gonna drop it down. Ow! Oucharody. I don't know. I'm making up words at this point. Once we do this, this will be the last one, though. This is Naked Truth, so it's gonna hit a lot harder than the regular one, too. Alright, nice. I think I should probably go for Homebreaker here. I'm gonna do that. I feel like if I don't go for Homebreaker, kind of a waste, even though I could do a little bit more damage before Homebreaker. Alright, let's go. I gotta roll, or I'll get hit. It was too late at that point. I'm gonna leave the Temporal Mantle for now. I'm not gonna use it just yet, because I'm waiting for Phase 2, which I think Phase 2 is gonna be pretty quick. Roar. 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 It's gonna drop it. See, it's throwing a tantrum. It's like a 2-year-old when it doesn't get a toy. Drop it down! Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, that would have been cool had I not actually gotten hit there. C'est la vie. Let's just do it. Ah, that's gonna bounce there, so I'm not gonna... Is he actually on it? No, he's not on it. It's just throwing its little wee tantrum. No! Ah! No, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Let's heal. Yo, calm down, Dread Knights. Calm down. 1, 2, 3. Oh, roll. Roll. What's everybody gonna be doing after stream? I did promise on somebody's Discord that I would help like some people in Monster Hunter Wild, so I'm hopefully gonna do that if the person's around. If not, I have to jump into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel off stream because I have to play... Oh my goodness, I'm sorry about that naughty call out that they did. I really apologize by that. I didn't know that they were gonna have something that vulgar. Phase 2. Phase 2, right? Why did I... Way too aggro. Kill up. Should probably pick one of these up. Yay, he's down and he's a little woozy. Roll. I'm trying not to get hit by the wave, but I'm caught between something. I'm not quite sure whether it was the insect glaive user there. I gotta move back a second, because I feel like... See, somebody's gonna get hit there. Unless they have a shield. I can't do that. It bounces my weapon. Gotta... Oh. Okay. That was a happy accident. Very happy accident. Nice. It's taking a bit to get to him. Okay, that part's broken. Nice, 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 nice. I believe. Trust your teammates. Trust your teammate. I would hit the counter there if I hadn't achieved before. That's fine. Roar. Heal up. Okay. Has the insect life here really gotten a whole bunch of mounts? I feel like everybody else has. Roll. There's not really a safe spot for me to be right now, so I'm just gonna roll under the legs. Yeah. Even though this will cause part breaks quite a bit. Oh, I'm bouncing all around. I can't really... Ow! Oh, no! Oh, no! Wow. I'm not used to seeing that happen. Oh, I'm bouncing. I kind of gotta move from here to sharpen my sword. We burned through a whole bunch of sharpness there. It's okay. It's okay. We could get away with this. We could totally get away with this. Don't ever do that, what I just did. I gotta clutch claw the arm. Clutch claw the arm. I also have to keep an eye on my hull. You think this is gonna be a wash? I hate for this to be... Can somebody life power me there? Probably not. I don't want to use a max potion, but in this situation I have to. Is a hunting horn user? Okay. Fascinating. I'm not in a good spot. I'm waiting to see if I can get some damage. Ah, it's bouncing because it's not. Yeah. I hope that's a clutch claw to the wall bang. It's not. Uh-oh. I thought it was going to. Could it be maybe a lot of people's weapons not fully maxed out? Okay, that's good. I can't see Jack Diddley squat. Where did it land? Not the best area to land. Okay. Let's do this. Maybe I should... Homebreaker here. Thinking maybe that's the play. Okay, that was a decent amount of damage. I still can't see anything. Gotta love when there's all those particle effects. Oh, phase 2. Phase 2 of the fight. Roll back, roll back, roll back. They're gonna get hit. Somebody there's gonna get hit. They don't even realize it. Yep. Somebody got hit. Alright, I'm gonna sharpen here a quick second, even though that's not advised. Alright, wind pressure negated. Ow! See why it's not advised? Ow! You know what's also not advised? Looking over a chat while it's still doing its attack. That's okay, chat. That's not... Jesus Christ. Can I get a second here to talk to my chat monster? Apparently not. Oh, let's run that way. We could do something cheap here, right? And avoid the attack that way. Clutch Claw is your best friend. People don't really realize how much of a best friend it is in this game, because you can use it as a get-out-of-jail ticket for a lot of things, right? Or when you need, like, to reposition pretty quickly. Case in point there. Roll. Alright, I'm gonna, like, stick to this area at the moment. Oh, no. I'm gonna stay down for the iframe there. Mega Potion. Just gonna drop it that way. I'm gonna roll just so I'm out of the area. And then what we could do is we could do this, right? And then we can reposition that way. Oh, he's gonna claw attack. Yep. It was too late for that. Roar. Heal up a little. Hey, guy. Maybe don't attack the same area that I'm attacking. Okay, Charge Blade user. Apparently you're gonna do whatever you want. I mean, he should be attacking the head, but... Who am I to argue, right? Let's just hit it till it dies, right? Okay, good. Let's do that. Extra attack. I gotta be careful. I was hoping he was gonna do... He should probably heal up. Okay, good. Oh, no. Roll. 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 Okay. We're alright. That's the way to reposition. Nice. How long do you think it's gonna go to take to get to stage 3 or phase 3 of this fight? I'm assuming quite a bit. I got too greedy there, but look, we barely took any hits there. I think they threw us out of the quest, or somebody rage quit out. Come on, man. I hate to see that. I hate to see that. During the quest, really? Man. Somebody was not happy with that quest. That's so bunk, bros. So bunk. I know it's not my internet connection because I'm perfectly green. It's just they got upset and it wasn't going the way they were hoping for it to go, so they backed out. Okay, I guess we'll do a makeup for that. A makeup of a makeup. You know, hate when that happens. I felt like we were going to do that just fine, but I guess the person decided to unplug their routing cable for whatever reason. Alright, so this will be the last one then. I'm not going to do a very long hunt because of that, because that one's a pretty long one. And that was my original end quest. Events. I'm not fighting a raw giant to end on. Alright, this will be the quest we end on. Could be the host connection. Yeah, I'm assuming it was probably the host connection. Because I was like, hey, that's not... Why? They must have dipped out. Or it probably, like, had a timeout issue. The netcode for World is a lot worse than Wilds. I've never had an issue with Wilds. Like, really, with connection. But I have noticed on World, sometimes people's connection's not the most great. That wasn't me, though. That wasn't me. That was them. Just to clarify. We've had nothing but smooth sailing today. Which I am appreciative of that. You know, smooth streams are always great. If you enter a hostile monster's field of vision... I mean, technically, us, the hunters, are the hostile monsters. If you know, you know. Oh, gate. Cool. They know. Give them a buff. Give them another buff. Alright. Let's put on a mantle. We'll wait on this. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Perfect. It dropped some slinger ammo. Yeah, it did. Roll. Yeah, I'm not trying to get hit by that. Even if I have Rock Stay Mantle, I want to try to preserve it as much as possible. Roll. I need to pick up that slinger ammo at some point. Probably should do that right now, since like I have a whole bunch of it that dropped literally in front of me. Oh, I thought he had dropped down. I was so happy about that. I was like, yeah, that's... Ooh, good one. That was so good. Good job. I'm not gonna say that word because it's kind of gross, I gotta be honest with you. Let's resheep this. Rawr, you're angry. Let's wait on that. Just Clutch Claw here, just so we can tenderize that. Makes hunts go quicker. I know a lot of people hate the Clutch Claw mechanic, but I think it's an okay mechanic. Is it kind of annoying to have to do it all the time? Eh. I mean, people do the focus thing all the time, and they mostly don't seem to have a complaint outside people from World. It's kind of interesting for me, because, like, people complain so much about the Clutch Claw in World, / Iceborne, and then, like... Or, you know, they didn't complain about the Clutch Claw, even for that matter. And then, like, in Wilds, they complain about Focus Mode, but Focus Mode's at least better than Clutch Claw mode. This Clutch Claw, you have to tenderize, and a lot of time, unless you're using the skill to tenderize a little bit quicker, or you're using a heavy weapon. That was a waste of a counter. But hey, it looked cool. That's what really matters, Dread Knights, right? If it looks flashy. Oh, Nargacuga's back. Oh no. Alright, I don't normally put the temporal out so quick. Is it dead? Please tell me it's dead. It's not dead. Okay, it fell asleep on itself. Well, now we're fighting two monsters. That's always fun. Fence is ready to use. Are we using it though? Alright. Monster's about to drop an item. Nargacuga. I was actually surprised I didn't put Nargacuga in Wilds. I felt like he was a perfect monster to add to this game. Do you agree or disagree with that? Uh-oh. I'm a little sleepy. I'm a little sleepy. I need a little pick-me-up here, guys. I need a little pick-me-up. No? Well, I guess I'm gonna take a little nap here. Wake up. Look, I'm sleeping with the Nargacuga. Ah, you woke him up. You son of a monkey. He was nice and rested. What did you do? Nice and rested, and you screwed it up for us. We really got to take care of this fake already at this point. If we could get it to, like, drop down, it would be ideal here. There we go. Ask and you shall receive. Oh my god, that Nargacuga's gotta go do something with his life. Oh, he's being a nuisance. I'm just trying to kill this thing. We could get it out of the way so, like, there's no more, It's the Nargacuga! Gosh darn Nargacuga, get out of the way! Try to avoid him doing this. There we go. I'm sleepy weepy. No. Well, they flash bombed it now. Hey, guys, just hit me. Just hit me. I'm a little woozy. I'm a little woozy. Okay, I'm not longer woozy. I'm no longer woozy. Alright. That Nargacuga, please close the gate. The Nargacuga's literally right there. Close the gate. There we go. You know, gotta make this easier for ourselves. Why make it harder than it needs to be? See, Nargacuga can go, like, hang out in the corner and think about what he's done. He's in timeout. Literally. We just put him in a timeout. Wing. Wait on that. Oh, there's so many flashes here. Thank goodness I'm not prone to epilepsy. Well, we got some damage off there. That wasn't ideal. How long is it gonna take to kill this freaking little guy? He doesn't got that much health. My teammates using some pretty weak weapons, man? I mean, they're probably nearer to the game, so it's not fair to judge. Oh, he's all over the place. Okay, good. Let's do the damage rotation. I'm gonna do this here a second. I don't really like it because it's, like, very uncomfortable for me to play with the targeting on here, but because it's moving so freaking much, it's becoming a nightmare for me. Stay. Oh, took the tail whip. Wait on that. Stop that. I can't wait to go back to playing Greatsword again. Probably next time I do World. I think I'll do World next Monday again, because it seems like a lot of people are enjoying that, so. Are they trying to trap this? He pinged. What are you pinging for? Do you have something? If you ping me away from that for no reason, I'm gonna be pretty annoyed. You pinged me away from that for no reason. Okay. That's random. And Rocksteady is back up. I don't really think I want to waste this on that, though. Remove it if I can. That was temporal. I'm not gonna use the Rocksteady here. That's what you marked for? I don't need that. Oh, no. That's what that was for? Okay, it's dead. Now we just gotta worry about the Nargacuga. Alright, well, see? It was next level thinking to close the gate there, though. Nap time! Yes, nap time, nap time. I could use a little bit of a nap, I'll be honest with you. Do any of you actually on stream take naps? Like me, when I'm up, I'm like up for hours and hours and hours. Should we, like, point and make fun of this monster right now? You wanna? Oh! I did not plan that. That was not a staged trick. I didn't know the gate was coming down right that second. Alright. The other monster that likes to move around a lot. I feel like he's more scary, to be honest with you, in Sunbreak. Like, G-Rank, aka Master Rank, Nargacuga, is like a nightmare in Sunbreak. Especially when you start doing, like, the afflicted version of him. Like, oh my goodness. I shattered every bone it has. Okay, just do what you gotta do, dude. That flashy call out. Let's roll. I would have taken some serious damage there. Wait on this. Reposition. Okay, that was actually kind of clutch. I want to cut this tail off, but I don't think I'm gonna get full rotation, so I'm gonna cancel. Roar. 1, 2, buckle bashu. See, because, like, the lock-on, I don't like it in this game, because look at the way it does. It makes you actually get, like, a little bit of motion sickness from it. At least in my opinion. Poseidon! What is he, like the Emperor of the Oceans, if I remember correctly? Roar. Roar. Oh, I thought he was exhausted. Wait. Okay, that was a weird use of the flash bomb, but we'll take it. I would have waited till he jumped to use that, because, like, if he jumps up in the air and you flash bomb, and drop down quickly. My legs... Oh my goodness, dudes. What is with these people sometimes in these quests? Do we need those type of callouts? Like, come on. Have a little, you know... Children play this game. Not that I'm one, but... You know? Have a little common sense. Have a little bit of decency. You know? If it's your own game and it's like a single player game and you do that, I have no problem with that. But when you start doing that like in the actual game, where other people can see it, that's like, come on, that don't have place for it, you know? If it's in, you know, the confines of your own thing, it's fine. Or it's not gonna affect other people's gaming experience. I have no problem with that. It's like the people that like will call themselves in a game like, I don't know, a-hole. But, like, if it's a multiplayer game, don't do it. If it's a single-player game, it's not a big deal because it's your game. You do whatever you want with it, right? But in a multiplayer experience, I don't like that type of stuff. I never have. I just don't... I don't find it funny, first of all. Has somebody mounted this? No, they're not. I have an idea, but I don't think it's going to work. So I might wait to try it. Because I think we could get a wallbang off here. If I had the rock stay, but I think my rock stay wore off. Put the temporal on. Oh, out of position there. Okay. Oh, I kind of want to get this tail cut off. Just for the hell of it. And on top of that, they're all competing for, like, the head area, so why not go for... I think I get this. Pretty sure I do. Do I get the tail off of that? I do! Did it look... Oh my goodness, these callouts. Oh, jeez. Well, I'm going to use this opportunity to at least sharpen the weapon. Hopefully, the stuff that this person's saying doesn't offend you. If it does, my apologies. Stream quality being affected by this? I have green now, so it must be somebody else. I was looking to see if the quality had dipped, but no, I'm good. Alright. Let's finish him. Let's finish the fight. Oh, I manifested that. Okay, cool. Sweet. I'm going to give a thumbs up because I don't want to be toxic. But I didn't appreciate that last person that came in that was saying, like, those obscenities. Alright, GG's. Nargacuga. I don't really need any parts for this. I just did it to help the person who posted the quest. That's what I like to do with these Monster Hunter Mondays. Just help, like, lower levels and people that are doing stuff, just chill vibes. Good job, guys. Yeah. GG well played. I'll give a GG well played. That's positive. When you're acting positive in chat, I don't mind that. GG well played. They closed the gate! They locked us in. Should we use the saying from Watchmen? I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in. That was a terrible impersonation. I don't get paid to do voice acting, clearly. Alright. With that being said, though, this is going to be the last hunt for the day. Dread Knights, the last one. You know? All good things come to an end, Dread Knights. All good things come to an end. With that being said, that is all the time that I have for today's stream. I will be playing League of Legends tomorrow. I'm going to be playing Sona, mostly support. Hopefully it goes well. So definitely be on the lookout for that. With that being said, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for the follows, subs, everything of the sort. I do greatly appreciate it. Most importantly, I appreciate you. And I will see you all for the next one, which is tomorrow, League of Legends. Till next time, guys.